document, and that PDF document will have 3 pages. Okay, so the link will direct you to a PDF document of 3 pages. In the first page, there is the job notification for web administrator or something that our university wants to recruit. So that is in the first page. And in the second and in the third page is the application form. Go to the third page, and the last entry is the application form, as I told you, in the form of a table. Go to point number 13, and in that point number 13, they are asking for reference. Okay, just read that portion. So once you open the link, you will get a PDF document. Go to the third page of the PDF. On the third page of the PDF, on the bottom side, towards bottom, there is point number 13 about references. So please check that part in the chat box. Okay. Oh, it's showing the site can't be reached. Is that so? It's that's happening for everyone? Is that happening for everyone?
I have downloaded the file, ma'am.
Okay. That's okay, Joy. That's okay, Shantan. I'll just share my screen. Okay. Once I share my screen, you will be able to see it. Okay. Just hold on. I'm sharing my screen. Yes. Is it visible now? Point number 13. Is it visible? Is it visible? I can't hear your voice. I can't see your chat.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Because once I open another window, I can't see the chat box. So if you are typing in the chat box, I can't see it. So point number 13, as I told you, that this is from our university website and the link. And here they are asking for candidates to apply for website administrator. And this is the application form. The last point of the application form is name and address of 2 referees. So they have mentioned it's 2. As I told you that sometimes they mention 3, sometimes they mention 2 or 4. They should be persons resident in India, and in case the candidate is in employment, he or she should give his or her most recent employer as one of the referee. Okay, I just wanted to show you this form so that you can get the idea. Okay, sometimes they mention the number, and here they have mentioned specifically that one of the references should be from your previous employer if you are already into employment. So that's the whole idea. Sometimes they specifically ask that you have to get one reference from this particular person or from your last organization. This is one thing. The other thing is that So these are the two things I wanted to share about CV. One is that whether you have checked the samples, and if you have any doubt, the second thing is that sometimes they specify your references, that they exactly want one reference from your PhD supervisor, or maybe from one particular reference from your previous employer. So sometimes they specify. So that's the reason I wanted to give you an example. And these are about CV. And you remember, I checked the date format. I told you that once it's the day, just a minute, day, month, and year format. And I told you that initially there is a comma, and then I said that no, Uddesho has pointed out that there is no comma. But then I also told that I have seen documents with that. So here is one document, very important document. So you can check this PDF document. Just check the top right corner of this document. You will see the date format there. Top right corner of this document. Uddesho, I hope you are there in the class. Yes, Uddesho, please check the date format. If you can't see, please let me know. I will share my screen. Okay.
Ma'am, you are mute.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Some students say that they never saw any document with this TH, like 30th. Okay, it's September 2020. This 30th TH or 1st October ST. This part is missing in many official documents. So that's the reason I shared this document, that you can add it. Okay, 38th, 29th, 1st, ST, 2nd, ND. Okay, these things you can add, and this comma, you can add, you can omit. This is from the government of India, and this documents are prepared by very important scholars. So I guess it's kind of flexible. If you see grammatically, maybe grammatically it's not correct. Okay, the comma is not there, but then maybe for easiness of understanding, people can add a comma. So I thought that I should add it. Uddesho, can you hear my voice? Uddesho, are you there? Let me check. Yes. Okay. I hope he can hear my voice. So these are the few things I wanted to add. Okay. So that's it. And before so what we are, okay. So we have completed formal letter, and our first internal was on formal letter, and then we also completed CV. Okay. So, oh, Uddesho, you have mic problem. That's okay. But then I hope you got the document. Okay. So just check the date, and that's it. And it's for all. Okay. It's for all. Before we start our next component, today I thought that maybe I can talk to you in general. Because in most of the cases only I speak. Okay, so I, for had it been a physical classroom, generally we interact. Okay, generally you get some scope to speak. So here today I'll ask a few questions. Okay. I'll be happy if you respond in the chat box. The problem with speaking is that there is no coordination because we can't see each other. And what happens is that 2 or 3 people start speaking simultaneously, and they realize that 3 people are speaking, and suddenly 3 of them stops. So maybe we can use the chat box, okay, so that it's good for all of us to read. And even if people have audio problem, they can at least read what is going on. So here is one question in the chat box. Okay. Yes, so in the chat box, what was or is your favorite subject? Okay, so you can pick up any subject from this semester, previous semester, school days, any subject. Okay, so I got some of your favorite subjects. Okay, so biology, yes, biology. Biology is also used to be my favorite subject. And then Arunava says physics, mathematics, Vikiran says mathematics, Anku says mathematics has always been my favorite subject. It is because in the first class I told that we should always try to write in complete grammatical sentence. So that's the reason Anku has responded in a grammatically complete sentence. Shaunak says physics, Raju says mathematics, Rakesh says physics, Raju says artificial intelligence. Rajoshi is well ahead of time, And Saurav says physics. Kapil Dev says chemistry. Nishant says chemistry. I never understood chemistry. No, I mean, it seemed very magical to me that you mix X with Y and you get Z, and Z has no properties of X and Y. I mean, somehow I feel that it's something to deal with this fairy land. Okay, it's something to do with impossible, it's something to do with magic. So chemistry was always more magical to me than science. And Uddesha is contemporary history. Okay, so good. I'm so happy. See the range. Do you understand that we are all part of this class, 26 people, and look at the range from contemporary history to artificial intelligence. Do you understand what a beautiful class you are when you are together? So that's the beauty of variety. So I'll ask you another question related to this. The chat box. Oh, sorry, there are a few others. I'm sorry. Brajnandan says mathematics and political science. Political science, okay. Ankush says mathematics. Shantan says English. Thank you, Shantan. Rajarshi says, okay, physics. Rahul says physics. Thomas says chemistry was fun. Govind says Hindi and maths. Okay. Yes, Govind has, two extremes has come together in the case of Govind. One is literature, the other is, you just remove everything to do with language and you only deal with numbers. So on one side you have your alphabets, and on the other side you have your numbers for Hindi and mathematics. So that is the next question. Why did you start liking subject X? Okay, go back to the days when you start. See, there is this emphasis on start. Why did you start liking that subject? Think deeply. Think deeply. The reason. Okay, so I hope you had been reading each other's responses. First thing is that thanks. I can see the improvement that people are replying in complete sentences. Okay, in the first class, remember I told you don't just by it's a chat box. Don't use it as a regular chat box. Okay, in regular chat box we use abbreviation, we use this acronyms, and we write in a very strange way, but then I'm so happy that people are writing in such a structured way. I don't know whether you are doing it out of fear or maybe whether you are trying to learn it, but then at least I'm happy. So I'll start reading your responses. Shaunak, I started liking the subject physics because it's related to real life. Tomalika says, because that subject would make me get into it without me caring about the time. Time would simply fly. Okay, Tomalika, do you think your response is complete or maybe it's clear? Tomalika, do you?
Yes, ma'am. I think, I have started the sentence with because. So instead of starting with that word because, I could have started with, like, I like the subject biology because then I could have continued. That would
Yes.
have been better.
Better, and the mention of the subject.
Yeah.
If you look at every other's responses, you will see that because they have mentioned the subject, it's easier to relate the subject with the reason.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope you agree to this. Okay, just that subject, because biology would make me, that would give the reader more clarity, because you are not starting from void. Okay, you are giving the necessary information. That is what we are trying to do in this activity. Okay, we are looking at one particular subject and we are trying to understand what might be the possible reasons to like that subject. So to bridge that, you need to mention the name of the subject. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank
So
you,
because biology would make me get into it without me caring about time. Time would simply fly. Okay. Arunava says physics is related to our daily life. Oh, thank you. There is this apostrophe. It's the apostrophe is important. Thank you. It's always based on how deep our imagination can be, how we can see things in a perspective which is different from others. I don't know much about, so I understand that this must be the reason, but then because I have never seen physics this way, so Nishant says I like chemistry because of the experiments and explosions in the lab practical. Okay. Okay, so yeah. And Shoham writes, mathematics, I'm happy that most of the people have mentioned the subject to make your answer complete. Mathematics as a subject is one of the few subjects that has always provided the scope of scoring full marks in the exam. So Toma writes, first of all, I used to score good in that particular subject, and I found that very easy to understand. Toma, again, is the same thing. Because you have not mentioned the subject, the connection is lost. Okay. So once you read others' responses, you will understand that if you mention the subject, it's easier for us. Okay. Because, there are many people responding simultaneously. So, by mentioning the subject, you are actually trying to go back to your first response. Okay, Shantan writes, I started liking English as a subject, CE capital. For many students, they have mentioned the name, the initial of the subject capital. The initial of the subject should be capital. I started liking English as a subject once I was in class 9, because by then our primary classes had already taught the basics. So we could spend more time enjoying the stories and poems. Even exam marks were much more dependent on our personal skill rather than just mugging up the context and printing on the answer scripts. Very well elaborated. I can understand the arguments, but then more than that, the presentation of the argument is very coherent. Ankush writes, because I could easily understand mathematics compared to other subjects. Okay. Rahul says, because I was bad at maths and hated chemistry, I was bad at maths. and hated chemistry. So physics was the only viable option left. No, I mean, you had biology, you had other subjects as well, Rahul. How come you think you had just only three options, maths, chemistry, and physics? There are other subjects. For engineering, okay, for engineering. Okay. Anku writes, I started liking mathematics because I was very weak in it till class 7. I used to get average marks. But after that, I really worked hard and got the highest marks in it till my 12th. So the reason I like it is hard work that I have put for this subject. Yes, Anku, in the last class only I was talking, isn't it that sometimes, we have the potential to convert our weakness to be our strength. Okay, once you can identify your weakness and once you can find the reason, you can actually work on it and you can actually convert your weakness to your strength. And Rajorshi writes, it's amazing to see that earlier in the definition of computer, we would say that machine incapable of intelligence, thinking ability. But now, just like how kids learn from things they see, computers too feed on all data given and they themselves learn it all. It pulls my interest towards itself. Okay. So yeah, the machine is, moving towards this learning ability. This is it. I got into contemporary history 9th standard while studying about First World War, and my liking quickly escalated when I started reading about the Cold War. That time of history was full of global politics, conspiracy, assassinations. That was simply fun. Okay, and there is this brilliant movies on war. Okay, if you see this about this conspiracy, about these assassinations, about this global politics, there is this beautiful movies on war. And Pikiron writes, I started liking mathematics maybe because I got 100 marks for the first subject in my high school and grasped the concepts of this subject more easily than others. Okay. And Govind writes, every field we need mathematics, and I love to solve mathematical problems without getting bored. Somehow, heartily, I connected with Hindi. I love to express my feelings in this language. Thank you. Govind, I don't remember exactly where I read it, but then, it's something like that. Some mathematician said that unless you are a little poet, you can't be a good mathematician. So if you want to be a good mathematician, you need to have certain poetic sensibilities with you. So I'm happy that you have them both. And Rakesh says, I always want to know about universe. So I was more attached towards astrophysics. That's why I like physics the most. Okay. Pritam writes, I started liking physics because I was getting good marks in it, even without studying that much. Okay. Okay, so see, did you just read your responses that some started liking subjects because initially they were weak and they scored average marks, and then they worked hard and they started liking it, and then for the others they scored good marks, they scored high for Bikiran. Just look at the case of Bikiran and Unku scored less. Unku scored average. That's the reason he worked hard and he started liking the subject. And Bikiran scored highest marks and he started liking the subject. So, yes, thank you. And one more question. Okay, so just a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay. So the next question that I'm going to put in the chat box is, list the features of a BTech course you don't like. So please don't mention the name of the course. I hope you got it, okay? You have to list the features that you don't like without mentioning the name of the course. I don't want you to mention that. That won't be very a nice thing, okay? That won't be very fair. So I just want you to make a list of the features. So you think about a course that you don't like, and then you just list the features without naming the course. You have to just list the features of a course, not the name of the course. Read the question and then answer. If you have doubt understanding the question, you can ask me.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Arunava, tell me.
Ma'am, the course should be from this semester or it can be
Any. First, second, third, any BTech course. I just mentioned BTech. I did not mention any semester. That's why. সুনীল, তথাগত, দেবাংশী, সৌরভ, অভিজিৎ, রাজু, রাকেশ, Kapil Dev, Nishant, Raj, Deep Jyoti, try to respond. Okay. We are not doing anything, kind of revision or something very. This is just your opinions. Okay. This is something from your experience, your past. Okay, you don't have to list all the features. Maybe a few will do. Like 3 features, 3 or 4 features. You can talk about anything. What the content of the course, or how it was taught, or maybe how you performed in the exam. Okay. So my question was, list the features of a BTech course you don't like. And I mentioned that you should not mention the name of the subject. That was the only, the catch. Okay. How to write it. Okay. How to write in a way when you are trying to hide something, when you are trying to keep something aside and that's not reflected in your writing. So that's the reason I told you that don't mention the name of the subject. Without mentioning the subject, just list out the features. So Anku has responded. Okay, some of the features of a BTech course I don't like would be compulsory study of the basic subjects of all the BTech courses in the first year. Okay, so because they made it compulsory. Okay, it was not on your choice. You did not have any choice. It was all compulsory, and yes, you did not like the imposition of it. Assignments of lab subjects. Okay, and marks on attendance. Okay, good, Anku. So if you read Anku's response, you will understand that without mentioning it, okay, there is no specific mention of any subject, and he has quite, so that you can understand the problem. The main idea is that that we are trying to understand the problem of one particular subject. People say that students don't like one particular subject. People say that students are not interested in one particular subject. So we are trying to understand what might be the reason. So it's not subject specific. So you can just talk about the features. So thank you. Yes, Sayantan.
No, actually, I missed the catch on the first, so I've written it and given it.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. I can understand. I did not maybe explain it very clearly. That's why. Okay, I just meant it as a passing comments. Okay,
Okay.
so okay, it's okay. It's okay. Then Uddesha writes, there is this subject. Okay, so Uddesha also has not mentioned. There is this subject which is taught to every BTech student, which I just don't understand the use of for someone trying to establish a career in computer science. But there is this one course which is just great, but the trainer of that course is just not able to make it interesting as it actually is. Thank you, Uddesha, for the response. These two responses are actually trying to help me understand the problem. So from Anku's response, I understand that we should not make things compulsory for student maybe, or maybe the assignments of lab subjects should be very interesting, and there probably should not too much of emphasis on attendance. Okay, a student should come to the class to learn something, not to get any marks. So do you understand that even without mentioning a subject, you can still get the problem of that subject? So is with Uddesha. That is this one course which is taught to every BTech student, which I don't understand. So it's again the problem with the compulsory. Okay, there is no logical, there is no coherence of that subject that is there in the first year. And they maybe the subject teacher never explained. Okay, there surely is a rationale. No, I mean, I understand that when you are saying that compulsory subject, there is no rationale of adding that subject. But then, for that matter, Disha, you can also say that what's the point of giving this history, geography in till 10th, because we know that we are going to be computer science student. But then you should have a test of every subject before you choose. That's the reason till 10th we have highest number of subjects. In 10th we study probably 8, 9 or 10 subjects. Okay, that's the whole logic, that you should test everything and then you should decide, okay, that which area you like most. So in the second stage, your area is defined. It's arts, it's humanities, or science, or commerce, or what. So then once you study this 4 subjects rigorously, you probably understand that, okay, amongst these 4 subjects, I have more interest in this particular subject. And then you pursue your higher studies in that subject amongst this palette, okay, amongst this option. So when there is this multiple things are made compulsory, there is a reason. It's to give you the test of everything. That can be one reason. For BTech, there are certain subjects, say for example, engineering drawing. Okay, engineering drawing is something which is basic to engineering. Okay, I guess the first engineering started with engineering drawing. So it's probably expected, that's the basic of any engineering, that's the basic. Okay, until and unless the drawing is not about that you have to make. Maybe the whole logic is not that you will make one table or chair. The drawing will train you to visualize something before you plan something. You probably won't understand, but then once you practice visual engineering drawing, it somehow adds to your visual ability. Okay, your vision, how you see things before it happens. So that's how it actually helps. So is for other subjects, okay, for physics, for maths, because once you are an engineer, people will call you that you are a computer science engineer, or maybe you are software engineer, but then you are engineer, and then there are certain basic things that they expect you to do. Say for example, they will expect you to fix a tube light or something because you are an engineer, and then you can't say that no, I just work on software, but then there is this engineer title at the end of it. Okay, so they expect certain basic features of engineer whatsoever stream you opted for. Okay, and then as I told you, for engineering drawing, it might be that it trains you for your visual ability. Okay, so but then I love the way you have written your answer. There is this course which is taught to every BTech student, which I just don't understand the use of for someone trying to establish a career in computer science. And there is this one course, I can understand his anger. Look at, just read Uddesha's response. You'll understand how much of frustration he has. And then there is this one course which is just great, but the trainer of that course is just not able to make it interesting as it actually is. So one problem of a course can be the trainer, the person who is teaching you. So the content is great, but then the problem is with the instructor. And then Pritam says that I don't like engineering drawing as it is not related anyhow to our course. There is no use of it for CSA students. I think it's only necessary for civil and mechanical branch. I also don't like the chemistry practicals of second semester. Sir told us to learn the chapters of class 12 chemistry. For that, again, I don't feel have any use now. Okay, please wait for me. I'll quickly go back and take my notepad and my pen because I need to note down some of your responses. Okay, okay, I'll just go and get my notepad. I thought that I'll be able to remember, but then I understand that people are responding with various reasons. So I thought that it's better to note it down. So Anku writes, compulsory study of the basic subjects of all the BTech courses in the first year. So it's the, how should I put it? It's the mandatory nature of the subject. Okay, so Anku, I'm putting it as mandatory nature of the subject. If you don't agree, let me know. Okay, and then
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
yeah. If you don't agree, so the thing is that I'm just changing some of your responses because I can't note down all these long sentences. I'm trying to put it in the form of a word or phrase so that it's easier for me to maintain the list. Because I'll go back.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I tried to mention it as in the first year we have subjects from all the engineering branches, like from electrical, electronics, mechanical, all those branches which have the basic subjects, and we have to study it in the first year. So that is not related, not important for us for our computer science branch. That I tried to mention.
As I told you that, even if you are computer science, you are software engineer, you are engineer. So you need to know some of physics, because people will tell you to fix the fan. And you can't say that I don't understand about hardware. I can only code. People will take it. So is for engineering drawing. Once you actually start designing the software, once you start designing the hardware, you will understand that this visual ability, this visualization is very, very important.
Yes,
before you start planning. Okay, you have to, whatever you do, you have to create a flow chart for anything. Say, for example, I will take this class. Okay, even for this class, I have a flow chart. Okay, I say that I'm going to start my class like this, and then I'm going to this like this. So it's a kind of visual ability that students are going to respond in this way, and then I'm going to bring my answer from students' responses. It's again the visual quality. I'm trying to foresee the future. So it's again to do it in visual. That's how engineering drawing actually helps. And as I told you, the basic engineering, the primitive engineering of human civilization probably started with drawing. Okay, so then you will understand. It's first the planning and then the execution. So yes, and then the second is the assignments of lab subjects. I guess that you need to make it interesting. Okay, so I'm just putting it this way, interesting. Okay, so you have to make your assignments interesting so that the students feel it as a fun. And then 3, the marks and attendance. So I'll just write it attendance. Okay, so you people should come to the class to learn something. Okay, students should come to the class for learning, to learn something, not that they will get marks for the attendance. Okay, and then Uddesha, there is this course which is taught to every BTech student, which I don't understand the use of for something trying to establish a career in computer science. But then Uddesha, as I told you, that there must be a reason. It's just that probably the reason was never established in front of you. The way I established the reason for engineering drawing or maybe for physics. Okay, so there surely is a reason that the students need to know it. I guess the reason was not established in front of you. Okay, the purpose, each course has a purpose. Otherwise, why do you think, I mean, there are this very AICT, All India Council for Technical Education. Okay, so there is this board of people who structures this syllabus, and it has been going on for many years. Okay, and it's not only with our country. If you check the course of many other countries, you will see that there are certain basic courses which are there in the first semester. Okay, there must be a rationale why every other institution is following it, irrespective of the branch, be it agriculture, be it electronics, be it civil, be it mechanical, whatever it is. There surely is a reason. But then I believe the purpose of inclusion of that subject was never established. I guess the purpose was not explained. So can I write Uddeshya in this way, that the purpose was missing? Or maybe the course instructor never explained that how this particular subject is related to CSE. So I'll write it in this way, purpose missing. Is this fine? Okay, and then there is this, okay, this shows microphone was not working. I will just check at the bottom. Uddeshya, if you can hear is this fine if I write it this way? Yeah, the purpose was missing. And then the second one is that, and there is this course which is just great, but the trainer is not, okay. So the problem is the course instructor. Course instructor was not interesting. The course delivery. The course delivery was not interesting. Okay. So next, Pritam writes, I don't like engineering drawing as it is not related anyhow to our course. There is no use of it for CSE students. I think it's only necessary for civil and mechanical branch. So this is again that the purpose was missing. The purpose was never established. I also don't like the chemistry practicals of second semester. Sir told us to learn the chapters of class 12 chemistry. For that again, which I don't feel have any use now. Okay, so because you felt that you already learned all these things in class 12, and after you joined BTech, sir is telling you to go back to your to go back to your class 12. So, you are not learning anything new, isn't it? It's a kind of repetition, it's a kind of redundant. So I'll write it in this way, that there was nothing new to learn. Okay, it was repetitive. Okay, and then Raj writes, Raj, please don't write don't like that. Please don't. I don't like writing stuff. Like we are cutting down trees, making papers from it and writing on the same paper, save tree. Everything should be arranged in a digital way, like exams in a Google form. Okay, so Raj does not like writing at all, irrespective of the subject. Okay, so but then these days we are mostly online. Okay. So Rakesh writes, instead of learning more subjects, we should follow one or two subjects in which we are more interested and passionate towards it. Okay, but then, Rakesh, not every level we can give the option. Okay, because there are certain things which students should learn, as I told you, because you are an engineer, agriculture engineer. People will, once you are engineer, people will expect you to fix the light, to fix the table fan and all these things. And there is you spend 4 years and spending all this money to get your engineering degree, and you can't do this. So there are certain basic things you have to do. You have to learn, okay? Even if you are not passionate about it, you have to, because, to get the degree. And then Tamalika writes, for one course, if the accent was bit clearer, then things might have been understandable. So the issue is how it was taught, the accent, okay, the language, the delivery, okay, so the delivery of the language. Okay, that's how Tamalika will write, delivery of language. Is that fine? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The delivery of the language. And then Shayanta writes, the thing which I did not like about BTech course was that the first semester's theory subject, which was just a revision of high school education. Okay, it's the same thing what Pritam said. That is the repetition. We already gave the entrance to prove our ability and learning. Also, making the lab copies of workshop class was irrelevant. Practical classes should emphasize more on practical skills rather than filling 3-4 copies just like in the Xerox machine. I can understand the grudge. Look at it, just read answers. I mean, had it been a physical classroom, I would have asked you people to read your answers. Okay, the grudge. No, we have the Xerox machine. There's 3-4 copies of it. You're just filling 3-4 copies, just like a Xerox machine. So I just put it like that. That repetition, isn't it? Easy to learn. It is just a repetition of the 12. So it's a repetition. So I already wrote repetition. So I'll just put a tick next to it. So there was nothing new, and you just expected to behave like a Xerox machine. Very, very bad. Shoham writes, too many subjects in a semester. Second and third year. But then Shohan, you don't know. Okay, maybe you have already checked the syllabus. Okay, so too many subjects. Okay, and the duration is just 6 months. It's not even 6 months actually. It's 5 months if you take off the semester break. So the face-to-face mode is 5 months, and then you remove 1 month for exam. Okay, mid-sem and end-sem and preparation leave. So the teaching is only of 4 months. Okay, teaching for 4 months, 1 month evaluation, and 1 month this semester break. So for 4 months, you have sometimes 7 or 8 subjects. Okay, so Shoham, I'll write it in this way. It's the disproportion between time and content. Can I write it this way? Disproportion between time and content?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If you don't agree, you can tell me. I can try to rephrase. Okay. And some subjects have nothing in correlation with the branch I'm studying. But then Shoham, I guess I responded to this. Okay, there must be some reason. It's just that the reason was never established clearly in front of you. The courses are designed specifically with the purpose of someone trying to get a job immediately after completing BTech. As someone who is not interested in pursuing placement after completing BTech, I find non-academic papers of little help for me. Okay, but then BTech is a professional course. Okay, there are these different of courses. BTech is a professional course. That's the reason the course fee is very high. And the professional courses are designed to keep in mind profession. Okay, yes. And then at the end of BTech, say for example, once a student completes BSc, or once a student completes BA, there is no survey how many of them got job. But then once you finish your BTech, there generally is a survey how many of the BTechs got job. Okay, you will see these surveys online available because that course was designed to get you a job. BSc as a course was not designed to get you a job immediately after BSc or BA or even BCom. But then because BTech is a professional course, please keep in mind the difference between professional course and this general courses. Professional course, it is designed and with all these things. That's the reason you have English. Okay, for other courses, if you see that English is a common paper for BSc, even for BA. Okay, but then the content is different. For you, the content is more towards profession. CV, formal letter. We learned all these things in the first and second semester because they are our students from regional background so that we can give them some time. Okay, and also it will work as a kind of revision for others. Okay, so that once we reach third semester, most of us are almost on the same stage. But then the main idea is this effective technical communication, that you write letters, okay, which we do it through mail these days. You write CVs, okay, you learn how to participate in a discussion during meeting. So all these things are kept in mind that you will think seriously about job after BTech. So it's good that you are thinking of higher studies, but then there is this objective of this degree. There is this objective of this course, that is professional course. And once you register a course as professional course, you need to reach certain success parameters or success pointers, that how many students got placed after BTech. These questions, they don't ask to BSc or BS students. So the course are designed specifically with the purpose of someone trying to get a job immediately after completing BTech. As someone who is not interested in pursuing placement after completing BTech, I find someone some non-academic papers in third and fourth year of little help for me. And then Sunil says engineering drawing subject in first semester. Okay, but then I guess I responded to that, this engineering drawing assignment of practical subject. Yes, I guess it was also pointed out by Anku. Ankush writes, I don't like this course because I was weak in that related subject. Thank you, Ankush, for hiding the name of the subject. I don't like this course. Okay, so we don't know the course, but then we know the problem with that course because I was weak in that related subject from high school. I always try to get more marks in particular course, but I got always 50% marks. Okay, okay, so I guess there is a gap between your existing knowledge and the level of knowledge that is expected at the end of the course. So there is a kind of gap. That's why. Okay, so Ankush, it's good that you have identified the particular subject and you also have identified where lies the gap. But now what you have to do is that you have to put little extra effort. Okay, any subject, I don't know what is that subject, but then whatever it is, if you put little extra effort, if you talk to the subject teacher, they will tell you how to overcome that thing. And Rajoshi writes, there are subjects which I don't like too much. It's interesting, but I don't want to know that much or go too deep in it. Then again, it's compulsory and I have no choice. So there are subjects which I don't like too much. It's interesting, but I don't want to know that much or go too deep. So the subject is interesting, but then I don't want to know that much or go too deep. How do I put it? Maybe again, it's the purpose of going too deep was never explained. Okay, the syllabus is designed keeping in mind certain certain destination milestones. So I guess the subject teacher never explained why the syllabus is so detailed or why she or he is going so deep. Govind writes, there is no need of workshop classes, homework and files for at least CSE students, but then Govind, I guess I addressed to this query. Arunabha says, some features. I'm a CSE student, but what's the use of cutting iron and wood? Because you are engineer at the end of the day. Okay, because you are an engineer, I'm sure, Arunabha, I'm sure something happens to your bed or your table or something like that, someone in the household, not now, maybe after 10 years, maybe after 12 years, they expect you that you will fix it because you are an engineer. Trust me, my husband is an engineer and whatever happens, I just put it on his table. Okay, be it some kitchen appliances, whatever it is, because I believe that because he is an engineer, he should be able to do it. That's the general expectation from engineers. Okay. So a CSE student, what's the use of? I guess I told you, because that is how the basic engineering started. Okay, cutting wood, drawing, and iron. That's exact. That's the primitive engineering. You should know that. Okay, how much ever advanced we are, we never should forget this. The basic things from where engineering flourished. It does not even make sense to submit a project which will neither be used nor useful to us. Okay, so I guess it's again the when the supports instructor is giving you a project or giving you some kind of assignment, they probably never explained why they are doing it. Okay, say for example, if I say that I'm going to take a test and I never said that why am I taking the test, okay, what I expect from you, then I guess there is a gap. Okay, so it's about the usage. Okay, because you have written useful, so the usage was not explained. Okay, the usage was missing. I needed to memorize the steps which will never work for me. Okay, yes, even I don't like this memorize part, but then I made lab notebooks and wrote all the stuff, and still teacher marked it incomplete and threatened for Viva. Viva is not a threat, man. That's how you people see exams, threaten for Viva, I'll take your Viva. I guess I also did sometime. It's not threat, it's an easy way, it will be done in 5-10 minutes. Okay, it will be on the conversation mode. Okay, imagine you are sitting in an empty exam hall writing the alternative paper. Okay, so that's more serious for both of you. So Viva is an, it's a casual, easy way. It's not a threat. Uddesha writes, and yes, mark for attendance.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, but the teacher said in Hindi, he said "dekh lunga" during the Viva.
Okay. So the attitude of the teacher, isn't it? Okay, so I write it in this way: attitude of the teacher. Yes, dekh lunga. My God, I think I should work on my attitude as well. Sometimes I also get angry and I might have said something. And students are very observant. They see, they note down somewhere in their mind. So attitude of the teacher. Okay. Yes. And yes, marks on attendance is just a kind of criminal. Yes. If a trainer, when I read Uddeshas, I can understand, he is the grudge. If a trainer is not able to grab the attention of his or her student, he or she has no right to brute force them to attend their classes. Okay, so you have to, the thing is that yes, they should make their they should make their delivery interesting. The content should be interesting, the delivery should be interesting, so that they get the attention. Okay, so I write it in this way: grab the attention. Okay, they failed to grab the attention. Okay. And then Shantan writes, the thing which I didn't like about the BTech course was that the first semester's theory subject, which was
Ma'am, it's the same.
Okay, it's the same thing. Okay. So thank you. It saved my time. So right, I did not like drawing much, so it was difficult to draw the diagrams and also to go with the flow. Okay, but then Saurabh, I told you that that is how engineering started, and you are expected, and for the visual capability, you have to do it. I am kind of convinced that engineering drawing should be there. Okay, you should learn this wood, carpentry, and all these things which are the basic, which are the primitive form of engineering. Never forget that you are engineer. You will code, you will do something else, but then at the end of the day, you are engineer. Okay. Assignments of labs were just copy paste and no practical paperwork. No proper practical works were done. Okay. Deep Jyoti writes, there was a course. No, I love that way, the way students have written. No, there was a course. It's as if you are telling the story. That's how we started. Okay, there was a king, there was a kingdom. No, there was a course. which was easy, but the teacher was not able to deliver it properly as it could be. Okay, so it's again the delivery of the content. Okay, so there was a course which was easy, but the teacher was not able to deliver it as properly as it could be. And there was a subject in first year based on physical labor. All, please read the Jyoti's point too. Based on physical labor, we all understand the subject, okay? But then, see the play with the word, play with the language based on physical labor, which had nothing with CSE students. Also, we had to write 6 copies of assignments. Yeah, just like a Xerox machine. Yes, as Sayantan has put out. So, okay, so physical labor, but then again, I guess I answered to this issue. There was a subject which had a practical class, but the way it was conducted and the way it was taught was very bad. So it's again the delivery, okay? And Devangshi writes, repeating of courses in first year, which we already studied in our previous classes, and writing practicals that are not even practically performed. Yes. The first thing is that probably the course instructor should have the status of your knowledge base. Okay, only when I know that how much my students know, then only I will be able to start from that level to move to the next level. Okay, but then Devangshi, for BTech courses all over India, students generally come from various backgrounds, different types of schools. Okay, and so these first years are kind of calibrating. It's to bring everyone on the same platform. Okay. You will see that there are some students who are very strong in maths, then there are some students who are little weak in maths. So these first years are the bridge courses kind of. Okay, so that you all kind of start from the second year from the same level. And the writing practicals, yes, I should not comment anything on this. Shaunak writes, there are some subjects which I think have no relation to computer science and engineering, but then Shaunak, I guess I responded to this. Uddesho said that, yes, that can be the reason. What's the reason, Uddesho? I forgot anyway. I guess you are in agreement. Pritam, there is a teacher who is so weak in pronunciation, it's hard to understand what he is saying. So we find it difficult whether to go for understanding the subject or the words he is saying. Okay, I guess it has also been pointed out by Tomalika about accent. So it's again delivery of the language. Okay, so that's all.
Ma'am?
Yes.
If you allow me, I would like to share an incident for which I mentioned the third point, which is marks on attendance. Actually, I had no problem with attendance because I have attended each and every class for every subject. But there was one subject, and the teacher of that subject, he used to take the attendance at last after finishing the class. And I was sitting. He called out roll number 6. Then after he directly jumped on to roll number 8. And my roll number was 7. So he just missed my roll number. And in the middle, I tried to call him, but he didn't respond. And after that, I went to him that, sir, you missed my roll number. And he was like, no, I called your roll number. You did not respond, so I marked you absent. And after that, luckily, my friends were there. Arnab was there, Manas was there, and Anjali was there. So all 3 of them had to convince her that he did not call my roll number. That's why after that he gave me the attendance. And also when we went to IIT Guwahati for our workshop, we were told that we will be given the attendance for on those classes. And even he told us that he will give the attendance. But after the end of the semester, when I saw the marks, out of 5 I got only 3. He cut my 2 marks just for those 2 classes for when we went to IIT Guwahati.
Okay. Yes. Ankush, thank you for sharing the incident. it's not only with you, it's with all of us, you know. We have one incident or two incidents from a distant past, but then somehow we stick to that incident. I'm not blaming you, we all do it, okay, we all do it. And you know, even now I have one or two incidents from my first standard. Imagine first standard, but then the teacher scolded me and I still am not able to get out of it, the way she scolded me in front of everyone. And you know, so you know, it's a kind of scar on our memory. And you know, after that you start hating everything which is related to that. Okay, that incident happened because of attendance, and because of that you have started hating attendance, which is fine, which happens with everyone. Okay, so you know, many a time we become oblivious of our actions, but then the people who are there on the other side of the action, they remember it throughout their life, and it somehow controls many of their feedback, many of their worldview. Okay, I can understand that. So yes, yes. So you know, but then you know, just let it go, let it go. Don't stick to that incident. Okay, so I have noted down. Okay, I have, the way I have noted down, it's not subject specific. That's the reason I told you don't mention any subject. So the points that I have noted down is that the mandatory nature of prescribing one subject, and it was not interesting. The attendance was compulsory. The purpose was never explained, or the delivery was not interesting. There was repetition, or the delivery of the language was not proper, and there was disproportion between time and content. There was too much to learn in a very short span of time, and the usage, the application of the subject was never mentioned. Attitude of the teacher, and the instructor failed to grab the attention of the audience, and the delivery of the content. So these are the points that I have noted down from your responses, irrespective of the subject. Okay, subject name. Yeah, I hope you have noted it down. Okay, thank you. So then there is another question. Okay, so now I hope you have understood that you should not mention the specific details. Okay, for the previous, some of you mentioned the course, but now for this thing, please don't mention the specific information. List the characteristics of a teacher you like. Don't mention the name of the teacher. Don't reveal the gender of the teacher. Okay, because many a time once you reveal the gender, we can identify. Okay, so don't mention